Okay, let's see if third time's a charm on this carpool confession. Last time I had to overheat again, then I ended up with the memory card filling up. As you know, on Saturdays I take a little trip out to drop my son off for something, and I don't like to waste time. I like to talk about something that's relevant to real estate that's like just been burning on my mind. So it's actually the same subject for the third time, and it's kind of like my feelings on sales and kind of like get into my mind on some things so you kind of understand, you know, like real estate, me, if you even care, and you know, the way I kind of see this whole game, and maybe help you out a little bit when you're going through some of this. Because, I mean, let's just be honest, this is a game. A lot of it is numbers, and the best salespeople, their numbers is the numbers in order to get the sales. And it's about converting folks. And that's what sales is. And, you know, my last video with Carpool Confessions, you know, I said, you know, like, hey, how long is it going to be before the first solar person talks about, you know, hey, you don't understand this, that. Well, anyway, I already had a solar person reach out to me, except for they used sales techniques. It's interesting because there's this actual sales technique where you text someone and you go like, is this person? And you put a question mark. So I get a text from this person. I'll see if I'll actually like put the text here or not. It's like, is this Eric? Question mark. My response basically was, is this another salesperson using the old school technique of putting that person's name, you know, with a question mark to increase, you know, response rate? And they were like, no, I'm serious. The response was, well, it seems like it worked, huh? Yeah. Okay, who is this? Oh, this is XYZ with solar company, blah, blah, blah. I saw your video on solar, so I figured they're gonna sit there to try to school me on solar. But, you know, they said they're not a solar salesperson, they were installers. Okay, but they were using sales techniques. So if you ever see a text from someone and it's got your name and a question mark, that's actually a sales technique. They do that because it increases your response rate. I knew that when they sent it, and I was being facetious because I actually wanted to mention it on this Carpool Confession, because it was like, how you setting yourself up for this? You set yourself up perfect for me to come in and talk about it on my next Carpool Confession, which they did. It's kind of like, I'm not sure if I think I mentioned it on the one that is now in the trash can, because, you know, I'm sitting there and it's like, okay, you know, it overheated, didn't get it, do it again. Oh, now it ran out of memory card. I actually had a lender reach out to me because, you know, I'm always talking about don't let a lender talk you into all of these crap fees, you know, like origination fee. I had a lender reach out to me talking about, I need to explain to you, you have to understand that it benefits the buyer by paying origination fees. I want to educate you on it. Let me see, 12 years of doing real estate and reading hundreds of disclosure statements. I think I can be educated by now. Because, you know, I can read a disclosure statement. I'm gonna tell you something about sales. About a year and a half ago, I decided to take out a home equity loan. I'm gonna disclose something right now. I'm doxing myself. My loan on my house is at 3.25%. I did not refinance fast enough when the rates were coming down. I don't know, I think I was too busy because everybody was buying a dang house and I was just out showing houses. There was one point where all I was doing was showing houses 7 days a week, all day long. I didn't have time to go take care of myself, you know? Kind of like, you know, the hairdresser with the crappy hair. I know what I'm talking about, right? So anyway, you know, of course, you know, reverse themselves. So as I'm doing the home equity loan, you know, I'm reaching out to various lenders, and one of them I reach out to, you know, because I'm shopping rates, as I tell you to do. One of them goes, well, what you really should do is just do a full refi. This is when rates are like, you know, high. And he goes, well, what if I can get you to refi at, I'll just say the rate, it's like 5%. I'm like, that's impossible. You cannot get a refi at 5%. I'm promising you, I can get you a refi at 5%. He did not know I was in real estate. I said, you know what, I'm not interested in that. My primary loan is at 3.25. I'm not interested in any 5%. I'm gonna just take this home equity, and as soon as I can, I'm just gonna pay it off. It's like, oh, I just can't. You just have to understand. People keep insisting on something. You just don't understand. He doesn't send me anything about a home equity loan. All he does is send me refi stuff. You know why? They make more money off of a refi. So anyway, he sends me the paperwork for a refi, which I did not ask for. Stuffed within the paperwork, which I can read, because I know how to do this, were $35,000 in fees. Y'all listening to me? That is sales. And trying to convince me that it was a good thing for me to do this. $35,000 in fees. That is sales. And this is what salespeople do. It's because it benefited him. I got another sales, and it involves another lender who actually I know, I kind of want to say respect. I was talking about this program, and the person goes, oh, no, you got to stay as far away from this program as possible. It's a bad thing. Oh, okay. I just go skipping off. So one day I'm on this bus trip for this organization at the time, just a part of. I ended up being on the board of directors after a few years. And I'm on this trip, and sitting next to me is this agent I really respect. She's a really top agent. And she had just finished talking about getting some buyers into this program. And I'm like, oh, I heard this is a really bad program. And she's like, who in the heck told you that? And I'm like, this lender told me that this is a really bad program to put people into. She's like, okay, listen up. This program is self-funded by this organization. Lenders cannot make a single penny from this program. Why would a lender tell you to go into a program they will not make a penny from? I mean, I guess that's like a realtor telling you to go into a program you wouldn't make a penny from, right? You know, like the people trying to sell their houses, and a realtor goes, oh, you're not going to be able to sell your house yourself. I mean, that's a whole different conversation. I don't want to get into it right now. But yeah, why would a lender tell you to do a program that they're not going to make money from? Oh, here you go. Here's all the information. I'm not going to make any money from this, but here it all is. It's kind of like you see those ads for like, I'll sell your house for 1% or sell your house for, X of Y, Z amount. I'm going to tell you a story. This is sales now. This is sales. I'm getting a little bit off because not saying this is just like flowing. It's flowing, man. It's like rap, rap battle. It's flowing. So one of the biggest folks at the time who was on the company where I'll sell your house for 1%, I'm sitting next to him and I'm talking about it. His 1% thing. And this guy was a Marine, so it was a veterans thing we were at. And he gives the biggest belly laugh I'd ever seen in my life. And he goes, I don't sell houses for 1%, man. I'm like, what? That's all you advertise? Yeah, that's what I advertise. I sell houses for, I'm not gonna say, because commissions are negotiable, but let's just say a higher amount. It's like, but that's what you advertise. It's like, yeah. Because I will sell a house for 1%. But when I go in there then when I sit down with them and show them what they get for 1% and what they get for a fuller commission amount, more traditional commission amount, the majority of them choose the more traditional commission amount. Because you go in with the greed and then they go like, oh yeah, that's not gonna work. That's why you see all those, I'll sell your house for this. I'll sell your house guaranteed or I will buy it. There is an agent, I'm not going to say who, because I believe he may be litigious. He built an entire international company based on that. You know how many houses he ever had to buy in the entirety of his 30-plus career? Yeah, you just saw that finger, right? And that one was a mistake. These things are set up, not for you to fail, but for them to succeed. You get it? I mean, this is sales. I remember this one time, I get this call from somebody who wanted to buy a house, and all they could do is just talk about, oh, I can't wait, I want to buy this house. I'm looking at it, it's like, this house don't make any sense. I think the agent figured in something wrong. Oh no, and I'm gonna buy this house, oh, it's gonna be so great. I've always wanted to live in this. No, this doesn't even make any sense. Agent fat fingered something in wrong, because it had just come on the market. It's like Saturday morning. Okay, let me check it out. Call the agent up. It's like, oh my goodness, I fat fingered in something wrong, because they did. You can't buy a house in a neighborhood where the houses are $500,000 for $300,000, which is like pretty much what it was. Remember another time, it's kind of similar, but the house really was, like listed for, I think it was $265, and it was like a $400,000 house. And I'm gonna name names. I normally don't name names. I'm not gonna put in the last name. Agent's name was Alicia. We started at the same brokerage together. I was still active duty in the Air Force. And I called, and the person the same way. It's like, oh, I'm gonna buy this house, it's so beautiful, it's got a pool and everything. And I'm like, this just doesn't add up. Call Alicia, and she's like, Eric, I know you know what you're doing. You know this house is not $265,000. I'm like, yeah, I know. You know this was listed this way, but get a whole bunch of people interested, right? You know I have over 100 offers on this house, right? And it's already over 400,000. Oh yeah, I know. And by the way, the house is in really screwed up condition, and yet I still have offers over 400,000 now. Don't fall for the okie doke. That's sales. Matter of fact, it sells so much, they had to change the local rules in the MLS because there was one particular company that was taking advantage of people's greed. They would put multiple offers received on every one of their listings. And it's like, how is it this person getting multiple offers received on every listing? So that, I don't know, somebody filed a complaint or something against them. So they went to them, and it's like they weren't getting multiple offers. They were just putting that on there, and they looked into the rules. And guess what? The rules didn't say there was anything against it. If there's no rules against it, it's not illegal. Kind of like here in the state of Nevada, there are no rules against driving nude. Your car is your clothing. And if the law says there's no law against something, then you can do it. It's kind of like I'll get these people talking about open carry, because you can open carry here in Nevada. And they'll go, oh, you know, the law says you can open carry. And I'm like, no, the law is silent on open carry. That's why you can carry. But you know, whatever. I'm tired of talking to fools. So anyway, they're going like, it's puffery. They called it puffery. So they actually had to change the rules, because remember, it wasn't against the rules. So the rules now say that you can only put that multiple offers have been received if you have received multiple offers. Although I have seen people find ways to get around it, sales. And one of the ways I've seen people get around it is if they get a call and somebody says, thinking about putting an offer in, they'll call up, you know, somebody else who has an offer and go like, oh, this is now a multiple offer situation. Yeah, I did a video on this one time about an agent who screwed herself out of a deal. Before I went to show the house, I called her up and it's like, oh, we don't have any offers on this house. Oh, okay, pretty cool. So this is like right before going to show the house. Client likes the house. He's ready to put an offer in on it. So I called up, you know, try to start the process about, you know, what the seller wants. It's like, oh, this is now a multiple offer situation. We have 3 offers on the house. You know, you need to bring your highest and best offer. I'm like, wait a minute. You told me there were no offers on the house. Oh, they all came in this afternoon. Really? Really? Okay. Call my client up. It's like, no, I'm not dealing with this. Okay. Call her back and it's like, yeah, they're not dealing with this. So we're not putting an offer in. Get a call back about 15 minutes later. There were no other offers on the house. Can your client still put an offer in? That's why I hate sales. Do you get it? People pull that stuff. Yet I do find it interesting. Everybody hates being lied to, except somehow when it benefits them. That seller loved that agent lying for them to help them get a higher price. But the buyer who got lied to so they would pay more money, yeah, they didn't like being lied to. I had a seller one time, it was up in Centennial Hills. Buyer's agent calls me up and she's like literally crying. She's like, my buyers, they can only afford so much and they're veterans. They really want this house. Can you really talk to your clients? They really want this house and all the money they can pull together is X. And she just had this whole big sob story. So she really had this whole big sob story. That's all they can afford. This is all they can pull together. So I just, you know, impassionately tell my clients, like, you know what? And this was the wife of a veteran. She owned the house outright. They were like in their 70s. So they married later in life. He was a Navy veteran. So she's like, you know what, I'll sell it to them at that price since they're veterans and, you know, that's all they can afford. They end up not putting an offer on the house. Agent lied, bought a house in Green Valley and paid $100,000 more for it. Sales, lying. I hate liars. So anyway, now you got a little bit more on my thought patterns on stuff and all these liars and what I got to deal with all day long and all these salespeople. Yeah. You're going like, oh, you're a salesperson. No, I consider myself a retired military officer who is helping folks in their buying and selling process. Take it as you will. Because, you know, I get comments, you know, somebody who is looked at one video. It's like all you real estate agents are the same. No, I go to sell stuff and I listen to this stuff and all this crap they talk about. All I say is, you know what? Sometimes I wish you were at the other end of my AGM 114 Hellfire missiles and I got to see your funerals. Somebody digging your shallow grave out in the Middle East, because some of these people are kind of scumbags to me. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. And that's why at the end of my videos, just like at the end of this one, I say to all my military brothers and sisters, Alpha, Mike, Foxtrot, everybody else, a lot of you looking at me. We're gonna keep them lights on for you. If you need anything, you know what to do. Call, text, email. Information's down below. Pin, comment. I'd appreciate if you watch the next video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit that like and bell notification, all that stuff. I'll see you in the next video. See y'all.